Hello, welcome to the weather update from the hot box. You might hear a bunch of fans blowing around because it's a hot box. So even though it's cool today, man, I'll tell you, it's kind of warm in here because there's no air circulation, of course. We still got the dense fog advisory in effect. And of course, I got the air conditioner and all the fans going. Yeah, generally temperatures are in the mid-50s, but this is what it is in the alley. Yep, mid-60s, about 65 degrees, actually, so... Yep, very, very hot. Yeah, I know. Yow! I hate this place. I don't have time. I think I forgot I wanted to play that bit, but well, anyway, yeah, it's so hot here. It's unbelievable. So anyway, we got mid-50s going on here. It's humid too, so that's why you feel it. Dew points generally in the 50s as well, and that's why we had some fog on and off today. Some fog. Looking at the satellite imagery, you can see we have you can see that fog again, that low stratus starting to come back again. Though we did have some breaks, particularly in the afternoon, and this is what it looked like here on the South Shore. You can sort of see the sun peeking out a little bit here. We had the stratus kind of coming back in, literally right on the border of it here in Belmore. You can see it coming in there, and again the sun setting there as well. But there was a nice breeze. It was nice. You could see the gnats flying all around. Perhaps it was unavoidable getting them. But anyway, let's go take a look at what we got going on right now. So we've got this, we're in this warm sector here, but we've got this kind of back door. I can't say it's really, it's only like just it's easterly flow, but it's very damp and moist. And then we've got this cold front that's approaching from the west that'll be moving through tomorrow. And then we'll have a bigger area of high pressure and drier weather moving in behind it. So let's look at our highs and lows for the day. And first, the weather that we had too. So islip 55, 55. Looks like they got overcast, but no fog right now being reported. But however, some areas did get some pretty dense fog. And you can see there was it broke up a little bit in the afternoon for a little while. The clouds it broke up for a little bit. But you could see, yeah, they had that mist and drizzle in the morning there. It was very annoying. And some also dense fog with visibilities down to a quarter of a mile. And that fog was all along the shoreline. If you're right at the beach, you're pretty much dealing with the fog all day long. And you can see that dense fog advisory for the areas offshore. Let's go to our high temperatures for the day. And you'll see here, temperatures got into the mid-60s. Believe it or not, that may still be a little bit above normal. And as you got into Jersey there, you see some 70s popping up, especially further west as you head toward Lakehurst there with 75. But yeah, damp and moist today. Not and if you're in an urban heat island, it's really uncomfortable, like I am. So yeah, it's not too pleasant. So let's go look at the climate, the weather for islip today. I'll have to look at the weather for yesterday too as well. So islip, we got a high of 66, so that's still 7 degrees above normal, above the normal high. That happened at 1:45 in the afternoon. We had that break of sun. 59 is the normal high, so that's 7 degrees above normal. The low, 55. The normal low is supposed to be 41. That's 14 degrees above normal. That gives us an average of 61. Normal value is 50, so 11 degrees above normal for the mean for today. Again, another day above normal. Let's go to yesterday. All right, so yesterday we got up to 66. And that was in the morning. 58 is the normal high. That's 8 degrees above normal. The low is 56. Very warm at night, too. 41 is the normal for that. That's 15 degrees above normal. It gave us an average of 11 degrees above normal at islip. And if we change this to Central Park, it was probably even warmer there, an even bigger anomaly there. So this is, again, for today. So, yeah. And the other thing is, record low minimums were also set during that heat wave as well. So if we go back to Central Park here, we had record low minimums too. That they don't actually note that, but record low minimums as well, meaning that was the highest. It was the earliest in the year that we ever had a temperature that didn't get below 70 at night. All right, so that's the kind of stuff that was going on, and let's not forget what was going on in New England too, because Hartford also had some really really warm temperatures as well. If we go back here, go into the Twitter here. So record high temperatures set at all 4 of our climate sites. All right, so look at Hartford, earliest 90-degree day. So many people had their earliest 90-degree day on record, I think, including our area as well. So 96 at Hartford. That's insane right there. That's probably the warmest temperature ever recorded in April for Hartford. So incredible heat that we had, and we're still dealing with above normal temperatures, even though it felt cooler. Still well above normal. This is going to be one of the warmest Aprils on record, for sure. So let's go to the Storm Prediction Center here. We got a marginal risk off to the west, and let's see. Tomorrow doesn't look like we have anything for tomorrow. What about day 3? Maybe a little bit, but another thing, doesn't look like too much severe weather across the area. It's just generally just these above normal temperatures, which we will eventually start knocking down a little bit. So this is the cold front right here in Pennsylvania. It's approaching. This is where there could be some heavy thunderstorms. But again, probably not a whole lot of rain in the forecast as we go through. So let's go and look at the models here, and we'll start with the upper air here. I'll turn down the fan a little bit here. You're walking and you get, you come back in here and it's just so hot here. There's a breeze, even by the train station there's a breeze. We get to my street, boy, it just shoots right up. It's the hottest street this area, I'm telling you. This traps all the heat. It's just like an urban heat island. So anyway, looking at the jet stream, you'll see that little trough come through. That'll bring a little bit of a cool down. But then here we go again with ridging off the east, and it looks like some troughs coming through, but generally speaking, not something that's going to bring a lot of below normal temperatures. And I don't even bother looking at the Euro because it's been so off, so I don't even bother with that anymore. So you can see there's that trough that will come through, bringing a cool down for Tuesday, but then we have another ridge develop, and then a few little troughs here, but this doesn't really lend itself to large spells of below normal temperatures. So this month is still going to be quite warm. And so if we go and we look at the temperature anomaly, which will go here, and you'll see the heat. You'll see some blue here, but it seems like the blue, again, is in the west. So the west continues to have below normal temperatures, including Texas. And then we get into a little bit of that, but still, maybe we'll get closer to normal, but I don't see any really big, cool downs, and at least it doesn't look like we'll see any ridiculous heat ups so going in here, well, we could have some heat ups as we get toward the end of this week. I see some bright hot pink colors again over us by the time we get to Friday, so I have a feeling we could be seeing more 80s. So let's go look at the surface map. So this cold front comes through, brings a little more of a return to some normalcy with temperatures, but then that high builds offshore. And look at that. Looks like we got that westerly flow developing again. Could get us up there for Friday. And then here we are with the next front coming through. And yeah, it looks like another week. Looks like next weekend might be a little unsettled again as well. And there may be a low forming along that front, which might cause a rainy day on Sunday perhaps. But that's too far out, and then another high pressure builds in. And then maybe another chance for rain. It looks like, at least with some more storminess, that there will be some more chances for rain and perhaps getting some more significant rainfall into our area. Just for fun, we can look at the total accumulated precipitation map. It looks like it's got quite a bit of rain actually falling over area. So we might get into a couple of showery days there where we could get some rain and ending this drought that we've been going through right now. Mini drought at least. I mean, abnormally dry. We're in D1, but we don't get rain. We're gonna be hurting a little more. So let's go look at the HRRR, and here we go. So you see those showers coming in for your morning tomorrow, and you'll be dealing with them in the morning. And then by later in the day, by the afternoon, we dry out. The sun might even come out. And then after that, we're not going to be dealing with any precipitation after a while. But you'll see, not really going to be too much rain from these. Barely anything, unfortunately. So that's the problem. Barely anything. So looking at the dew points and wind flow, let's go to that. And you'll see here, we're still dealing with that muggy air. The humidity won't come down until the afternoon. Once we get toward especially in New Jersey. Once you get toward after 3 o'clock or so, the dew points will drop first in Jersey, then over Long Island. We'll see those dew points drop. We'll have a westerly flow take over from them with drier air coming into the picture. Temperatures tomorrow, again, they stay mild tonight. We're probably not going to drop too much. Again, we'll have that dense fog. And then tomorrow, it will warm up. It probably will get close to 70. We'll probably be above normal again for much of the day. So it's going to be mild. And then tomorrow night, it will cool down into the 40s. And then it'll be much cooler on Tuesdays, as much as we got at the HRRR. But if we want to go a little further onto the GFS, you'll see we'll have temperatures generally in the upper 50s for Tuesday. So much cooler and a little bit below normal. But it won't last. So let's go to the dew point wind flow on the GFS. So here we go. West winds stay with that westerly flow into Wednesday. And that should also bring us fair weather. But you'll notice warmer air starting to work its way in from the southwest here. And that gets here Thursday. And we'll see, again, the dew points rise a little bit, but we still have a westerly wind. So that means it's going to get quite warm. Here we are for Friday. Very light winds, mainly from the west. There might be a sea breeze that day. But you'll see, here comes that next system for next weekend. And that could be the system that could bring us some rain. You could see some moisture being, some quite humid air getting convected that could actually give us some rain. So here we go, looking at it going into your Wednesday. Temperatures rebound to near normal, low 60s, mid 60s in New Jersey. And then here we go again Thursday. Long Island, it looks like well into the 70s. Jersey, 80s. And again, with that west wind, it may wind up being 80s on Long Island too. And then here we go for Friday, even hotter, perhaps even hotter. Generally, it could be 80 degrees, depending on how the sea breeze sets up. We'd have to see. But here in Mineola, it's probably going to reach 80 degrees because it's a hot box over here. It's hell. It's almost like being in Jersey without all the benefits of being in Jersey, like pine trees. And then next weekend, you'll still see that heat linger around for Saturday, and that's when we could have some showery and thunderstorm activity, perhaps, with that warm, humid air mass, and then a low develops along that front. And that's when we could see some of that rain. So if we go in here, you'll see we could see some of that rain, that beneficial rain. Maybe not so much on Saturday, probably more Sunday, perhaps. But this is a ways off. But that would be our next shot for some beneficial rain. But between now and then, it doesn't look like we're going to see all that much, unfortunately. So let's go. And if we want to go further than that, usually I don't, but see the temperatures drop by Sunday, and then the rest of them. It doesn't look like we'll have, let's see, doesn't look like any crazy heat. But again, we'll have to see because things change. And we may see the return of this ridiculous heat again. So this is going to be one of the warmest Aprils on record. I'm telling you, this is the way it's shaping up to be right now. So let's go look at the skies. GFS start with the GFS. Obviously tomorrow we have clouds in the afternoon. The evening clears up. Tuesday we may start with sun, but then there may be some instability clouds. And then Wednesday would be probably the best day for some mostly sunny skies. And then Thursday we have the usual junky skies with that warm air mass. Friday. And then obviously we'll have junky skies for the weekend, obviously. Cloudy skies with that humid air mass in place. Let's go to the RGM. You can see the fog on here too, by the way. So this is what it looks like tomorrow in the RGM. You see it starts to clear out in the afternoon, 2, 3 o'clock. You'll see that sunshine work its way from west to east. And eventually it'll work its way over Long Island too, at least western parts of it. And then for Tuesday, you start off with clear skies, but then you have this little instability trough that comes through that could throw some clouds our way. Wednesday looks like the day with the best skies right now. That's what it looks like right now. So our last stop is the Climate Prediction Center, 6 to 10 day outlook. It has us around the normal. It has the below normal in the upper Midwest. Precipitation slightly above normal, 8 to 14 day. It does move the below normal toward us. So for whatever reason, and they were showing this a while. I don't know why. They like to use the European model, which is I don't even bother looking at it because it's so inaccurate. It's been so far off. I think the models and even the CPC are underestimating the heat this month. And I'm feeling we're not going to be done with it yet. This is going to be one of the warmest Aprils on record. And we're going to see more of that heat next week. So I don't know why they have us. I think we're going to be above normal. I don't know why they have near normal on there. I don't agree with them. I honestly don't. Maybe they're paid not to alarm people. You don't put anything past the government at this point. They want to cover up just how bad shape we're in with the climate. They're desperate to cover it up. Whether it be Biden, aka Brandon, whether it be Trump, whether it doesn't matter which party, they're all out to deny and put their head in the sand and deny that the really deep problems we're dealing with the climate. And lastly, I forgot about that. Let's go look at the ice situation. State of the ice. State of the ice. Let's go to that. Go to that. We always do that. So let's see. They have anything new? Anything new here? I don't think they do have anything new. This is the sea ice extent chart. So it looks like at least we're not at the minimum anymore, but we're seeing the effects of these patterns, and of course, the West got tons of snow because of this crazy pattern. At least there's good snow albedo, so that's good. That might help cool the planet, though. That might, at least for the West. That's probably why the trough wants to set up there, because they've had that snow and that's keeping them cold, whereas we're just dealing with all the heat here in the East. So if you don't want to deal with the heat, I would say you head over to Flagstaff. It's pretty piney there too. So I guess that's going to wrap up this weather update. Thank you for watching, and take care.